What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again, and we're going to be talking something a little different today. I figure, okay, if you guys already seen the title, this is going to be what's big news right now about Charlie's Angels flopping in theater. First off, let me say I have not seen the movie. I have not reviewed it. I have not seen it. I've only seen a trailer. I've only seen a trailer. That's it. And obviously, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. This is definitely going to be about the topic of Elizabeth Banks saying that it flopped due to not how she went out there and said because of men. And I'm thinking that is just very. How can you say that? First off, how can you say that? Again, it was on and I've done a lot of research into this of it being a $50 million budget, and then it flopped and only made $8 million. That you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And let me say first off, I have no issue with Elizabeth Banks I mean at all. I mean, but this right here, I'm like, really? It really gets me to when people make these comments and they don't exactly think before they say, and that's something I've heard my entire life. And obviously she didn't think before she said, because she's blaming men. How can you blame men when I guarantee you probably 50% of who went to go see that, or 80% of who went to go see that, were men? How can you do that? I mean, that's what makes no sense to me. And then you're also disrespecting fellow female leads, and to me, I'm sorry. You see an attractive woman, and then she's out there kicking ass. Yeah, you're gonna want to see the movie. And I'm gonna talk about past, present, and future. Obviously, first off, let me say, you got from past, present, and future. You got Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You have Charmed, the original Charmed ones, not what's on the CW, the original Charmed ones. You have Dark Angel with Jessica Alba. You have Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. You have Linda Hamilton when she was in Terminator. You have Gal Gadot who was doing Wonder Woman. You have, of course, the thing with Brie Larson when she was in Captain Marvel. All these movies did great, even though I had my own issue with Captain Marvel. But the point of it being, though, is saying, oh, we all have had 37 Spider-Man movies. Okay, that's a little too far to say. We haven't had that many. We've had a decent amount, and you've been in a couple of them. She even did Power Rangers that flopped, that didn't do very well. And Power Rangers, the reboot, actually was not that good. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't the best. So there are certain things depending on marketing. It was not marketed very well. It was not shown very well, especially the time of the year. Because guys, look what just came out. Disney Plus just came out. Mandalorian is streaming all over. That is the main thing that's keeping, honestly, Disney afloat right now, because it's Star Wars. Again, Star Wars Rise of Skywalker is right across the line. Another head actress, Daisy Ridley. You also, I saw maybe a few trailers of Charlie's Angels, but everybody that I've talked to, they're not interested in wanting to go see it. It's not a be all end all. Let me go see Charlie's Angels, which that is your right. I mean, it's one of those. It's been rebooted so many times. Of how many times can you actually reboot it before it's like, okay, what are they gonna do that they haven't done before? A lot of people that I talked to, they didn't like who was going to be starring in the movie. They didn't like the way it looked. They were so used to the original. I mean, I've talked to women that are friends of mine and family that were watched the show. I watched the show a little bit when I was a kid, but it's one of those, you can't blame a certain gene or species. Oh, well, I'm just going to blame that. That's a very idiotic thing to say, and I want to go out there and say that because it's one of those. Were you not thinking when you said it? Because obviously, yes, she's going to get a lot of hard comments where I don't think that was very nice to say, especially to audiences that have seen your movies, and also men that like your work. I mean, I've seen her in dozens of movies, and I've never had a problem with her. Now I'm like, really, you're gonna do that? That's just honestly, in my opinion, very stupid. They did not market this very well. There's barely any TV spots from what I did see. There was no trailers. The trailer looked very lacking. Again, the way the story looked, and when you first look at the actors, it's like, okay, Kristen Stewart, her, she's trying to get out of from her doing Twilight, and then of course the other two actresses. But everybody you see, Kristen Stewart's in this, but then it was not, I don't want to say planned well, especially with the time of the year. But what really got me was everything I was reading and I was seeing. And I was shaking my head, guys, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, should I debate doing a video on this? And I figured I ought to, not to bash her about this or anything, because obviously there's going to be tons of videos out there other than mine that's going to say probably far worse than what I've said so far or what I will say. I mean, I'm not going to, bash her, till I got nothing left to say, but it's one of those things where you wonder why people say things like this, because it's like there's no reason to say it. Obviously, men did go see this film. Did you expect every man to go see this film? No, because they shouldn't. Just like every female should not be able to watch every single movie or show that's out there. I mean, it's everybody's taste in films, TV, whatever have you. That is their right. I mean, there's so many films that I've seen that I absolutely cannot stand, and everybody says, "Oh, it was amazing," and I'm like, "Really?" And I have that look on my face. I'm like, "Really? You thought this was good?" And again, that's my opinion, and everybody has their own opinion, but obviously ones that make the money, they're gonna of course say this is great, and it's gonna, or they're ones that actually critic these movies are gonna make the money and basically make or break the movie depending on what they say. And that is how it's been going for ever since time came out. Now, I may go see this movie, I may not go see this movie. It's not on my list of must go see. There's so many other movies out there that has come out. I mean, also, again, you got Frozen coming out in a few days. I mean, you have Frozen coming out this Friday, and Disney's going to make a killing. It's going to blow probably every other movie that's in theaters right now out of the water because, of course, kids. I mean, when the first Frozen came out, it made multi-millions of dollars, I think. I don't know the exact amount, so don't quote me on that, but you're not saying, oh, well, let's put this out there, and the next thing you know, you're looking, you're like, uh-oh, this comes out this time, it's going to blow this out of the water, obviously, because it did so well the first time. But point in hand, guys, I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. You guys don't have to agree with me. You guys don't have to. I mean, you can disagree with me. You can agree with me. But it's one of those things. Like, don't bash and thinking, oh, well, it's because of this. No, I mean, if the movie sucks, I'm just gonna say this: if the movie sucked, then the movie sucked. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I mean, it was in between bad acting, bad story, bad directing, bad producing, bad advertising, so on and so forth. I mean, it is what it is. I cannot say it sucked because I have not seen it. I really honestly may watch it. I may not. It all depends, and I'll give you guys a full review. But let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments down below. Try to keep it cordial if you can, please. Let me know again what you think. What was your reasons why you think it's good or bad, or why you agree with Ms. Banks or don't you? I would like to know why in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are enjoying your time on the channel. If you guys are new, always consider about subscribing and leave your links down. The links down in the description below as normal. And you guys give me a follow on my social media links. I will be keeping more updated on this. If you guys want a updated video, let me know, and I'll see you on the very next.